this issue of division, or should I say going our separate ways in this country, that whenever someone talks about it, it will be as if the person has committed the worst crime on earth, because they don't want to hear that from anybody, especially people from the southeast has taken a different turn. If now a northerner has fallen out shouting and begging Allah to please divide this country into 4 parts, so that everybody will go to his or her own separate ways peacefully without any problems, because of what is happening in this country. In fact, listen to this.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking with Nigerians. I asked Allah. I said Allah to share Nigeria into 4. Allah share Nigeria into 4. Let's everybody relax. We don't have any time. They were killing everybody. If Habinda, what happened in Edo State, it happened in northern Nigeria. It happened that they kill Igbo people or they kill any southerner. The story will be different. The story will be different. You know, Igbo people with propaganda. Small time they say Muslims are killing Christians. It happened in the north side. I have one of my previous video that I said about that it come happen real. You understand? So we don't want any issue. May Allah, I say God, may God share Nigeria into 4 parts. May you give your Biafra 5 plot of your land. You carry JJ, go. We don't get issue with you. Niger Delta, you get oil, you get resources. May God give you your own creek. Carry your creek, go. JJ, no fight. Yoruba people, Allah don't give you blessing of sea. You have seaport, you have resources. Carry your resources, alhamdulillah. Carry them, JJ, go, without sharing of blood. Very simple. We are deceiving ourselves every time. One Nigerians, but we are not once for our minds. Just take a good look at what happened in Nigeria. It have been that what happened recently in Edo State, it happened in the north side. The story will be different. Even channel television cannot allow to rest. Social media everywhere. But now it happened with Hausa people. They look like people are taking it like animals. I see some people are doing propaganda, is carrying another bandage pictures, another country pictures are posting and saying that, see, Northern, where are they carrying for AK-47 to go this? You see what happened? You, Northern, you have lands, you have land to farm, you have gold, you have oil. We, Northern, we have oil. We have oil as Niger Delta have. So where are we looking? Everybody carries on self, JJ, and go. Share without blood. We can share the country without blood. It happened during Jonathan. They did it in House of Assembly. They did not succeed. But inshallah, now let's do it by ourselves. Just let's do it generalizing, not sharing of blood. Let's share the country. Everybody will stay peace. Everybody will stay peace. If I'm going to Lagos and I'm going to another country, I will follow their rules. If they're coming to my side, they know they're going to another country. They follow their side. Everybody is very simple. All is West Africa.
You get the point, but there is a serious problem, because many people has fallen out to say Nehidaba, say lie, that if they want to divide this country, that they go divide and reach up to 6 or more, because they also need their own separate countries. People like Ijo Nation are saying that they deserve to be on their own. The North Central are saying Nehidaba, say nobody cut them, give the North, that they need their own separate country, and many more. And I was like, she will go finish for this country, so. But nevertheless, let me allow you to listen to someone from the Ijo Nation, where he's talking about the Ijo Nation and every other thing in this video. But as you are listening, make sure you are clicking on that share button and also subscribe for more updates, because updates choke. And after that, I'll be back. Let's go there.
Nothing of Ijo Nation in Bayelsa, Yenegua, precisely the state capital, the Jerusalem of Ijo Nation, is far beyond what is happening in River States. You know, since after 1999, when the Ijo Nation gathered in Kayama, where the IYC, our one and only pressure group, was bettered. Since after that, we haven't had a reason to gather our house. So I can categorically say that what happened in River State, to a larger extent, is blessing in disguise, because it has also awakened the consciousness of the ethnic nationality, why they need to sit down and critically assess their existence as a people in the country called Nigeria. And you know, they always said there are times when issues happen, also give results to a form of blessings. As a conscious Leisure youth and as the president of the formidable Leisure Youth Council, IYC, I believe that the River State incidents is awakening the consciousness of the Leisure people. And it has given us reasons why we need to reassess ourselves, and that has led to this gathering where very pertinent and important issues were raised and discussed. First of all, the Niger Delta that we find ourselves is the center of minority, and as such, it sure happens to be the largest ethnic nationality that's domiciled here in the Niger Delta. And all our agitations has always been the well-being of the entire minorities in the Niger Delta. When you come to the oil and gas industry, I can categorically tell you that about 75% of the oil and gas facility and activities are domiciled in Ijaw land. For the well-being and the survival of Ijaw nation, the Nigerian nation, the Ijaw ethnic nationality has over time contributed a quota. We understand that we have been clamoring for resource control. That has not come, but we have been comfortable living with our neighbors, our brothers, from all these geopolitical zones, irrespective of what we are contributing to the Nigerian state and what we are getting as a people. We can recall that some of these fears were the reasons why the late Major Asasfa Asiboro of blessed memory decided to declare the Niger Delta Republic that lasted for 12 days, which is called the 12-day revolution. Down the line, we were believing that some forms of amendments are going to be made, and the interests and the fears of the minority will be put into consideration in the Nigerian state. And today, in our own generation, the things that the likes of late Major Ziporo was afraid of are still being made manifest in our own generation. And it calls for worry. We can recall the first executive governor of Bayelsa State was impeached. It is the same enemies of Ijaw nation, just because he was championing the fight for resource control. It is still fresh in our memory how he was embarrassed and taken out of office. Despite our contribution to the oil and gas industries, our lands and our environment is one of the highly polluted environments. We have been appealing to the federal government, even though the resource control has not been granted to us. Try as much as possible to see how our environment can be put in order, remediate our hydrocarbon polluted environment, so that some of us that are farmers can go back to agriculture. The federal government decide to give us deaf ears. We are not jealous or envious of the Ogoni people, but their resolve have given them the needed results. Today, Ogoni land is being remediated just because they said that until their land is remediated, oil and gas activities is not going to be allowed. And today, their resolve have given them the result. As a Ijaw people, we believe it's high time we also take the Ogoni templates. And some of the environmental challenges that we are facing, we are also discussed in the summit. So I'm just telling you that the crisis in River State to a larger extent, is a blessing in disguise to Asian nation, because that has led to several issues that we are discussing as a people that has been affecting us. Today, Nigeria as a nation, when there are crises between a community and the Nigerian military, without due diligence investigation, our community are always being burnt down. The approach being given to our community is quite different from the approach elsewhere. So we begin to ask ourselves, if at all we are part of this nation called Nigeria, or we are second-class citizens. So what has happened in River State has given us the opportunity to analyze and critically give an appraisal of all that has been happening around the Asian nation. And we believe resolutions that are going to be reached will definitely chart the way forward for the Asian nation and the existence of the Asian people in this nation called Nigeria. This is just the first one. Subsequent meetings of Asian nations are going to be held. The critical decisions are going to be taken. And we believe some of those decisions we will reassess ourselves. If at all, as a people, we have the number to ask for our own independence as a people. Let us have our own republic, since the Nigerian government have seen or have decided that we are fourth-class citizens in this country, not even second class. Because even in this current administration, under Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there is no Asian man that has a say. Even the minister that is from the homogeneous Asian state, Bayelsa state, has to lobby 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 persons before he can even gain access to discuss issues that has to do with the Asian nation. So we have seen that even our minister has been relegated to the background. Our issues are not being treated with all sense of seriousness under this administration. Our appeal of environmental remediation has been given deaf ear, despite our enormous contribution to the economic stability and well-being of this country. So, why do we have to keep ourselves in a nation that our contributions are not appreciated? Our struggle for the sustenance and unity of the country called Nigeria is not being appreciated. Rather, we are always being used in the political chess game. Today, a governor is being removed. The NDDC, that is our only interventionist agency, has now been turned to a political ground where funds are now being used to carry out political, or use funds from our NDDC being used to fund political activity instead of using it to develop the infrastructural deficiencies that our people are facing. There is no appointee in this administration that is from the Asian extraction that have express access to the president and commander-in-chief of this country. And we happen to be the fourth largest ethnic nationality. That calls for a concern. So we are assessing the situation, and in no distance time, the Asian people are going to take their stand if we have to give and write to all the necessary agencies, parastatal international communities, why a referendum needs to be called for the Ijaw people to express if they are going to be part of the Nigerian state or they want to have their own country. Because before the amalgamation of this country between the Southern and the Northern Protectorate, the concerns of the minorities were raised. And today, those concerns are coming into reality. So we believe that the country called Nigeria is no longer comfortable with us as a people. We have to make self-assessments and ask for a referendum where the Ijaw people can easily vote either to be part of the Nigerian country or they are going to have their own way. So those are some of the discussions that we had in the just concluded summit, and we are believing that more meetings are going to be held where final decisions are going to be made and our position are going to be communicated to the people, and in the appropriate times we are going to take the appropriate and rightful steps to either leave this country and have our own republic or be part of the system. But one thing is certain, the maltreatment that has been given to us have clearly shown that the Nigeria nation does not need the Ijaw people, and we don't need to pretend about that. It's high time we prepare ourselves and go our own separate way from the Nigerian country.
Confirm. Now, what do you think about what is going on? And there is one particular thing I've discovered in this country. The awful incident that is always unfolding in this country is not always making sense to individuals, groups, tribes, religion, or ethnicity until it touches their own person. In fact, immediately it touches their own person, 2 seconds, they will not jump out and now understand what others has been shouting and fighting against, and they will join to shout against that same thing. But that's what I discovered. In fact, share your own thought with me on the comment section, and of course, you know the vibe now. Click on that subscribe button, follow, and share for more updates. Because like this,